Front, we have solved some numericals on the rotational dynamics. Now we will solve the remaining numericals on the rotational dynamics, that's are from question number 18 to question number 22. First read the question number 18 now. A motorcyclist as a particle is undergoing a vertical circles inside a sphere of death. The speed of the motorcycle varies between 6 meter per second and 10 meter per second. Calculate diameter of the sphere of death. How much minimum values are possible for these two speeds? Now here it is given that this is sphere of death. Having diameter capital D, and motorcyclist revolves in this vertical circle. As the motorcyclist goes vertically upwards, its speed decreases, reaches minimum at the top point, and again increases as he goes downward directions along that vertical path. Here speed decreases, here speed increases along this direction. So this speed is maximum at the lowest positions. Say the speed at lowest positions is VL, and the speed at highest positions is considered VH. This is the highest positions. Now here it is given that this speed varies between 6 meter per second and 10 meter per second. That means speed at highest positions is equal to 6 meter per second, and speed at lowest positions is 10 meter per second is given. To find the diameter of the sphere of death, second point, minimum speed at highest positions and minimum speed at lowest position to be found out here. Here the acceleration due to gravity is not given in this numericals, so it is considered 10 meter per second square, since it is already stated at the starts of exercise. Now to find out the value of capital D, that is diameter, we know that the total energy is always conserved at every point in the vertical circular motion. So total energy at highest positions is equal to total energy at lowest positions. Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Therefore kinetic energy at highest positions plus potential energy at highest positions is equal to kinetic energy at lowest positions plus potential energy at lowest positions. Now if you consider this lowest position is at the ground level, this is considered ground level. So at ground level the potential energy becomes zero. Potential energy considered to be zero. As the motorcyclist goes vertically upwards along the circular path, at that time the height increases, and when it is at the highest point, at that time height h is equal to capital D. Therefore this expression becomes half m into Vh square plus mg into h, that is equal to half mvl square plus 0, since potential energy at lowest points becomes 0. Therefore here h is equal to capital D. Therefore above equation becomes mg into capital D is equal to half mvl square minus half mvh square, and therefore mgd is equal to half m into vl square minus vh square, and therefore d is equal to here this m and m get cancelled, therefore d is equal to half into bracket vl square minus vh square upon g. Now substitute the value of vl, vh and g here, we get capital D is equal to half into 10 square minus 6 square upon 10, that is equal to half into 100 minus 36 upon 10. Therefore capital D is equal to half into 64 upon 10, that is equal to 6.4 upon 2. Therefore diameter D is equal to 3/2 meter. This is our required answer. First, as the diameter is equal to twice r, therefore r is equal to d by 2, and that is equal to 3/2 upon 2. Therefore r is equal to 1.6 meter. This is the radius of sphere of death. Now to find out the minimum speed at highest positions, we know that the expression for the minimum speed at highest positions is equal to square root of rg. Therefore this is equal to square root of 1.6 into 10, that is equal to square root of 16. Therefore minimum speed at highest positions is equal to 4 meter per second. 4 meter per. Now third point to be find out, that is the minimum speed at the lowest positions. The expression for the minimum speed at lowest positions is equal to square root of 5 times rg, and that is equal to square root of 5 into 1.6 into 10, that is equal to square root of 5 into 16. Therefore minimum speed at lowest positions is equal to 4 into square root of 5 meter per second. This is our required third answer. Now the next numerical is numerical number 19. A metallic ring of mass 1 kilogram has moment of inertia 1 kilogram meter square when rotating about one of its diameter. It is molten and remolded into a thin uniform disk of the same radius. How much will its moment of inertia be when rotated about its own axis? Here consider this is a ring. And this ring has a mass capital M. Has a mass capital M. And it is rotated about the axis along any diameter. And radius is capital R. Now, if this ring is molten and remolded into a thin uniform disk, if this is the disk made by the molten material of a ring, this is thin uniform disk having the same mass and radius capital R. How much will its moment of inertia be when rotated about its own axis? This is its own axis. Now, about this axis, the moment of inertia to be determined. This is the moment of inertia about this diameter of ring. Now, here given points are, first given point, mass of the ring is equal to 1 kilogram and moment of inertia of the ring about diameter, moment of inertia of ring about diameter is equal to 1 kilogram meter square. And to find out the moment of inertia of the disk about its own axis, that is to find out the value of IC. Now, we know the moment of inertia of ring about its diameter, is ID is equal to mr square by 2, and therefore 1 is equal to 1 into r square upon 2, therefore r square is equal to 2, and therefore r is equal to square root of 2 meter. This is the radius of the ring. But when the ring is molten and remolded into thin uniform disk, at that time we know the expression for the moment of inertia of thin uniform disk is about its own axis, is IC is equal to mr square by 2. As the ring is molten and disk is formed, at that time its mass remains same, that is 1 kilogram, and radius is given same, therefore that is square root of 2, and its square upon 2, and that is equal to 2 upon 2. Therefore, moment of inertia of the disc is equal to 1 kilogram meter square. This is our required answer. Now, next numerical, that is numerical number 20. Numerical number 20. First read the numerical. A big dumbbell is prepared by using a uniform rod of mass 60 gram and length 20 centimeter. Two identical solid spheres of mass 50 gram and radius 10 centimeter each are at the two ends of the rod. Big dumbbell is prepared by using the rod. This is rod of length 20 centimeter. This length is represented by capital L. Capital L is the length of the rod. Now, the two spheres, M1 is the mass of the rod. Now, two spheres each of mass M2 is connected at the end of the rod. So, big dumbbell is false. Both are identical. So, their masses are same and radius is also same in this way. Now, in next sentence, calculate the moment of inertia of the dumbbell when rotated about an axis passing through its center. This is center and perpendicular to its length about this diameter, about this axis. This is rotated. Now, here the axis of rotation point is considered O point. Now, here given point is, first given point, mass of the rod, that is M1 is equal to 60 gram and its length, second point, length L is equal to 20 centimeter. 20 centimeter. Third given point is mass of each sphere M2 is equal to 50 gram and its radius, fourth point, its radius R is equal to 10 centimeter. If here to find out the moment of inertia of the dumbbell, find out here I about this axis. Now, here solution, moment of inertia of the dumbbell is I. If we consider IR, let IR be the moment of inertia, of rod about the axis passing through its center and perpendicular to length. Then IR is equal to ml square, that is M1 L square upon 12. The value of M1 is 60 and L is 20. So 60 into 20 square upon 12, and therefore IR is equal to 5 into 400, and therefore IR is equal to 2000 kilogram into centimeter square. This is the moment of inertia of the rod. Now, the moment of inertia of the sphere about the given axis. If we consider the axis passing through its center of sphere, that is about the center of mass, and as the sphere rotates about this axis, then its moment of inertia is considered IC. But the given axis is parallel to the axis along the diameter of the sphere. Therefore, the moment of inertia of the sphere, let IC be the moment of inertia of solid sphere about its diameter, Therefore, IC is equal to 2 by 5 mass of sphere, that is m2, into square of its radius, that is small r square. This is the moment of inertia of the rod. But the given axis is parallel. So the distance between them is considered h. And this h is equal to L by 2 plus this distance r. That means here the moment of inertia of the solid sphere, let IO be the moment of inertia of solid sphere about parallel axis, and therefore IO is equal to IC plus mh square. Here m is the mass of sphere, that is m2, h square. Here IC is 2 by 5 m2 r square plus m2 into L by 2 plus r bracket square, since h is equal to L by 2 plus r. Now substitute the value of m2 r L. Here we get 2 by 5 into 50 into 10 square plus 50 into bracket 20 upon 2 plus 10 bracket square, and therefore that is equal to 5 ones are 5, 5 tens are 50, that is 2 into 10, that is 20 into 10 square, that is 100, plus 50 into bracket 20 upon 2, that is 10, 10 plus 10, that is 20, 20 square, and therefore this is equal to 2000 plus 50 into 400, and therefore IO is equal to 2000 plus 50 into 400, that is equal to 20,000, and therefore IO is equal to 22,000 gram into centimeter square. This is the moment of inertia of this single sphere, solid sphere, about the given axis. Therefore, the moment of inertia of the dumbbell is equal to moment of inertia of the rod plus 2 times moment of inertia of the solid spheres about the given axis. Therefore, moment of inertia of the dumbbell is equal to 2000 plus 2 into 22,000, and therefore I is equal to 2000 plus 44,000, and therefore moment of inertia of the dumbbell is equal to 46,000 gram into centimeter square. Gram centimeter square. This is the required answer. This answer is correct answer. The answer given in the your textbook is wrong. Now next numericals, that is question number 21. Question number 21. A flywheel used to prepare earthenware pots is set into rotation at 100 rpm. At 100 rpm. It is in the form of a disc of mass 10 kg and radius 0.4 meter. That means a flywheel is nothing but a disc. Flywheel is nothing but a disc. This flywheel is rotated about this axis. The frequency of revolutions here is 100 rpm is given. That is N1 is equal to 100 rpm. The mass of disc is 10 kilogram. It is represented by capital M. And its radius is capital R is equal to 0.4 meter is given. Now, a lump of clay, it is equivalent to particles, to be taken equivalent to a particles of mass 1.6 kilogram falls on it and address to it at a certain distance x from the center. That means as the lump of clay to be taken equivalent to a particles, it is particles of mass small m is equal to 1.6 kilogram falls on it and address at certain distance x. Calculate x if the wheel now rotates at 80 rpm. Fifth point is here given. N2 is equal to 80 rpm. Now, to find out the value of x, to find value of x to be find out. Now, this numerical can be solved by using the principle of conservation of angular momentum. Angular momentum is always conserved that is angular momentum is represented by capital L. Therefore here L1 is equal to L2, that is I1 into omega 1 is equal to I2 into omega 2, and that is equal to I1 into twice pi n1 is equal to I2 into twice pi n2. Twice pi get cancelled, therefore I1 into n1 is equal to I2 into n2. Here I1 is the moment of inertia of a disk before lump of clay falls on it. That is moment of inertia of disk, and this is I1 is equal to capital M into R square by 2. So it is equal to, the mass of the disk is 10, radius is 0.4 bracket square upon 2, and therefore 10 into 0.16 upon 2, that is equal to 10 into 0.08, and that is equal to 0.8 kilogram meter square. This is the value of I1. Now here I2 is the moment of inertia of a disk after lump of clay falls on it. Therefore it is equal to moment of inertia of disk, that is mr square by 2, plus moment of inertia of lump of clay, that is mx square. But mr square by 2 is 0.8, that is equal to 0.8 plus small m is 1.6 times x square. This is the value of I2. That is kilogram meter square. Now substitute the value of I1 and I2, N1 and N2 in this equation. Say that equation is 1. I1 N1 is equal to I2 N2, that is equation is considered 1. Therefore the equation 1 becomes 0.8 into 100 is equal to 0.8 plus 1.6 x square into 80. Therefore 0.8 plus 1.6 x square is equal to 0.8 into 100 upon 80. This 0 get cancelled, 8 1s are 8, and 8 0.1s are 0.8. That is equal to 1 into 10, that is 1. 0.1 into 10, that is 1. Therefore 0.8 plus 1.6 x square is equal to 1, and therefore 1.6 x square is equal to 1 minus 0.8, and therefore x square is equal to 0.2 upon 1.6, that is equal to 2 upon 16, that is equal to 1 upon 8, and therefore taking square root on both sides we get x is equal to 1 upon 8, x square is equal to 1 upon 8. The reciprocal of 1 upon 8 can be find out by using log table, and that is equal to 1 upon 8 is equal to 0.1250, 0.1250, and therefore x is equal to, taking square root on both sides, therefore x is equal to square root of 0.1250, and it is equal to square root of 12.50 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now by using the square root tables of 10 to 100, since this number is between 10 to 100, therefore use the square root table of 10 to 100 in 12 and 5, we get that is equal to 3.536. Therefore x is equal to 3.536. This is the square root of 12.50, and square root of 10 raised to minus 2 is 10 raised to minus 1. Therefore x is equal to 0.3536. This is our required answer, and that answer is in meter, since x is the distance. This is our required answer. Now the last numerical in this chapter, that is question number 22. Starting from rest, an object rolls down along an incline that rises by 3 in every 5 along it. Here, if it is considered this is 5 meter, this is inclined plane, this is 5, then the height is in 3 meter. This is 3 and this is 5. And if the object, here in next sentence, the object gains a speed of square root of 10 meter per second as it travels a distance of 5 by 3 meter along the inclined plane. That means if the object is here and it falls to this, at that time the speed becomes square root of 10 meter per second. What can be the possible shape of the object? The shape of the object is to be find out here. Now, whenever the object falls on an inclined plane, here, if this is A point, lowest point is A point, this is B point, and this is considered C point. Now, here AB is equal to 5. If this point is D point, then BD is given 3. If this angle is theta, here given. Now, here sine theta is equal to sin theta is equal to BD upon AB. That is equal to 3 by 5. Therefore, sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 from this. Also, these are the given points. Here, from the first sentence, starting from rest, an object rolls down along an incline that rises by 3 in every 5. The object gains a speed of square root of 10 meter per second as it travels a distance of 5 by 3 meter along the incline. That is, third point is given. AC, that is the distance travel. This is the distance travel by object, and it is equal to 5 by 3. It is equal to 5 by 3 meter. And speed attained at the end, that is equal to square root of 10 meter per second. Now, to find out the shape, find shape of an object. This is to be find out. And to find out when an object rolls on inclined plane, at that time the speed, the formula for the speed, v is equal to square root of 2 times gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square. This is the formula to find out this speed. Now, from these equations, if we take the square on both sides, v square is equal to 2 times gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square, where k is the radius of gyration of the object and r is the radius of the object. Therefore, from these equations, 1 plus k square upon r square is equal to 2 times gh upon v square. Here, the value of g is not given in these numericals, so we consider fifth point, given point, g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now, substitute the value of g, h, v. Here, we get, therefore, 1 plus k square upon r square is equal to 2 into 10. Here height is given as, here height is not known. If we say this value is h and this is s, this is s, s is s. Therefore, sin theta, here the value of h is equal to s into sin theta, since it is also equal to, sin theta is also equal to h upon s. Therefore, h is equal to s into sin theta. The value of s is given here, that is equal to 5 by 3. Therefore, from this sin theta, h is equal to thrice s upon 5. H is equal to thrice s upon 5 upon v square that is square root of 10 bracket square. The value of s, that is AC, and therefore 1 plus k square upon r square is equal to 2 into 10 into 3 by 5 into the value of s. This is AC is considered as s, and that is equal to 5 by 3. Therefore 3 by 5 into 5 by 3 upon 10, 10 get cancels, 5 by 5 cancel, 3 cancels. Therefore 1 plus k square into r square is equal to 2, and therefore k square upon r square is equal to 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. Therefore k square is equal to r square, and therefore radius of gyration is equal to r. And it is only for the object which have a ring or hollow cylinder. The radius of gyration is equal to the radius of the object for the only hollow cylinder or the ring. The radius of gyration is equal to radius of object. Here, as the radius of gyration is equal to the radius of object, so the object is, thus the object is a ring. Object is thin uniform ring or thin uniform hollow cylinder. This is our required answer. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel Physics Guru RDP and give the message in the message box. Thanks again. If any doubts to you, call me or give the message on my WhatsApp number 9422218134. Thanks again.